word on the street is that Melania Trump is getting ready to sue The View for $100 million. Specifically, our favorite hag over there, Sunny Hostin. Girl, you are taking it all from all sides, boo-boo. And I have a clip of that, but I want to play this for you because this is kind of why you need to be on X. Okay, I'm on X. My name is up there, Real Melanie King. We're going to play the clip. We're going to get into some details, but this hasn't become mainstream yet. But we get it pushed out through the right channels in the chatter on X first. $100 million, and you know, Sonny's husband was just indicted and sued on the largest RICO case. This is the thing I'm trying to figure out. It's the largest RICO case in New York history, and it's insurance fraud. And I gave details of that on my main channel, Real Melanie King. That's my thing. Melanie King. This is Melanie off script. But I want to walk you through this. If you haven't seen that, make sure you check that on my main channel. I'll try to remember to link it below. But you are not going to miss these juicy details because we know that every day, they're Trump derangement syndrome. Every minute, they just spew nonsense. And then ever since he won the election, now we've got a fact check. We've got a legal note. And the main person that gives the legal notes, well, it looks like she dimed out her husband with him getting charged in this big fraud case. And I'm trying to still find out, is he indicted or is it just a lawsuit? But then it's going to become, a federal indictment. The information is dicey on that, but stay tuned. That's coming down the pipeline. And it's just so hilarious. This woman who constantly talked about how Trump is a 34 count felon and all of that. And she couldn't vote for a felon. But you damn sure can sleep next to one at night. Boo. The sweet taste of revenge. But okay, enough of my big mouth. Let's get this story started.
I love that I can get my news on X. I typically get my news days, if not weeks, before anybody else, because we know that the fake, failing, corrupt news buries stories and sometimes just doesn't even report on them. But I have seen chatter on X. I don't have any legal documentation corroborating this yet, but there is enough chatter on X saying that Melania Trump is about to sue The View because they've made defamatory, inflammatory, and fake stories about her and President Trump's marriage. So I do believe we live in a very litigious society. I don't like all the lawsuits. However, in these cases, I feel that these type shows and the fake news and these idiots on The View, they need to be given a lesson. They really do. Because if there's no recourse to the fake lies and propaganda that they put out, they're just going to keep on doing it and doing it. So if this is true, are you happy about it? Are you happy that Melania Trump is going to sue those idiots on The View for $100 million? Comment down below. Look forward to seeing you on the conversation.
All right. So you saw that. Let me adjust this as I have. Actually, it's pretty good right there. So this, I saw this popping up and I started to go into it and I was looking into it and I even asked Grok, okay, on X is the AI. She's suing them. And then it says that it has confirmed it, but I can't, it's like, it's not a big thing yet. So I think we are in on the early scoop of this happening. Let me take you to the video. There's another guy reporting on it. But let me play the clip as to why she is getting sued. What Sunny Hostin, she's the queen of running her mouth. She doesn't know when to shut up. And now, of course, like I said, she's got a lot of personal problems she needs to be worried about. With her potential felon husband. She just loved carrying that over Trump. She can't say a daggone thing now. But yeah, let's get into it. Here we go. Hold on.
Want to sleep in the same room. I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out. She does not want to be the first lady anymore.
They agree with you.
She doesn't want to be the first lady. She destroyed the Rose Garden. Who hates Christmas? Melania Trump hates Christmas. She doesn't want to decorate for Christmas. She doesn't
don't
want
care.
anything
She
to
doesn't
do with
care
him.
about any.
She doesn't want to sleep in the same room with him. She can't tolerate him.
Allegedly.
And she does.
Yeah, how do you know all this?
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't know all this.
Allegedly. That's why I say allegedly.
So, I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, I have a longer version. I gotta dig through and find it, but did you hear her? She hates him. She doesn't sleep with him and all these other things. Oh, it gets, I mean, she just digs herself a complete grave. She's got the nerve to talk about somebody else's marriage when her husband is involved in 400, I think, was it $450 million lawsuit? I think it's around that number. I don't have it off the top of my head. But being involved in that, she even talks about how Trump, he needs to have insurance fraud, which her husband has been accused of, insurance fraud added to his felony count because that will give him 20 years and that will be a death sentence. Isn't karma a bitch? All right, let's get into the bigger clip, but I wanted to give you that because, oh, when you see it, it's going to feel so good. It's like medicine for the soul. It's like the Trump derangement syndrome that she just could not help herself putting out day after day after day. And even Whoopi tried to clean it up. Oh, sis, you tried to clean it up, but your own lawyer, she's a lawyer. She knows better. They use her on The View to do legal notes and fact checking because she's the lawyer of the group. I mean, when we talk about this woman is about to get buried in litigation between her husband and herself, I mean, it's going to be a disaster. We already know ABC had to pay millions to Trump, 15 million to Trump, and I think additional million for his legal fees. And that was him being nice. He could have kept it going, but they decided to settle for that. But now Melania, you know, she's not about this life. She's the first lady, but she don't have time for any of this. If you talk about her son or you do anything else, if you keep attacking her, well, she's going to bury you in litigation. So let's see how that feels. 2025. The gift that keeps on giving.
So, and so I really think that this is her way of undercutting his bid for the presidency because then she doesn't have to deal with him.
But it would have hurt him more if she had just said, we all know he lost the election.
Right.
Yeah, like that would have really got it. That would have been way better.
Well, his crowd
This is how they're simpatico. Like Alyssa said, she needs the money because he's broke. So she wants to make the money. Now her memoir is all buzzy. Now we're all talking about it. Maybe now she's not as bad as she is. You know, I think that she wants to take him out, and she's doing a pretty damn good job.
I totally disagree with
The only
that.
reason I disagree there is if Donald, we forget this, if Donald Trump loses, he likely goes to jail. We actually try the January 6th case. We actually try the documents case. I'm not convinced Melania Trump wants to see the father of her children in jail. I think she realizes.
Sleep with him. She doesn't talk to him.
I honestly don't know anything about their personal relationship.
You saw everybody's like, I don't know that. I don't agree with that. And Sonny is digging in. She doesn't want him. She's going to need the money because he's going to go to jail. Really, sis? Really? And this is you? The View, Sonny Hostin's surgeon husband facing years-long legal battle in fraud case. The sweeping insurance fraud lawsuit is deeply complex and could take years to play out. This you, sis? Oh, there it is. 400, let me move that over for you. $459 million. Plus, he is facing prison time. That's you, sis? That's you, sis? What else they're saying about this? Sonny Hostin's, my big head's in the way. Hopefully you can see it. Sonny Hostin's husband drama discussed internally at The View. Sources say it's becoming a big thing. I have a feeling Sonny Hostin might be losing her job. Oh, look at that. The hypocrite, the person that was dunking on Melania, and I've got more for you. Stay tuned. Looks like they're discussing it. They're taking it seriously. There has been a cloudy forecast for The View co-host Sonny Hostin as her husband has been accused in a lawsuit of committing insurance fraud, which has become a big thing at ABC News, according to sources. It's been discussed internally One source tells Fox Digital of the situation at the ABC talk show, but no one is sure what to make of it. And so it then goes into the thing. I'm gonna tell you now, they're gonna cut ties. The whole show needs to be thrown in the trash. I don't want it to go because I get content like this. It's like the gift that keeps on giving. But it looks like she was feeling herself a little too hard. And she goes, listen, I'm not gonna play the full clip because it's just too much, but listen to something else that she was saying about marriages.
I'm reluctant to comment on other people's marriages because I don't want anybody to comment on mine. But they've been married 19 years. And in my experience, people that have been married that long are not necessarily polar opposites, right? They have a lot of commonality. And so I think these two are simpatico. I remember that when Joy interviewed Melania on her show in 2011, she backed her husband's birther claims.
That's right.
Even,
that was on your show.
That was on her show. She questioned Barack Obama's citizenship.
A show that they took away from me. Go ahead.
But Joy's over it. It's fine.
But I'm not bitter.
You were fired.
Yeah, go ahead.
You know, she did that even though she wasn't originally a citizen of this country. She came up with the defense of the locker room talk. Remember that?
Yeah.
She infamously wore that coat. Who cares? And she even said,
I think that was homage to Joyce. So what? Who cares?
Yeah, who cares? I really don't care.
version of that.
Yeah, I really don't care, do you? And then she said, who gives a blank about Christmas stuff and decoration? So these two are like similar people.
She turned the rose garden. She turned the rose garden into a cemetery. Did you see that?
She did.
Yes.
So I think we're hearing from her for two reasons. Yeah.
Say what? What did she say? And they go more into it. I think I may do a full reaction of this clip on another thing because this is just wild what they're talking about. But she said, if you've been married that long, 19 years, you're simpatico. You're just like your spouse. You know everything that's going on. So, Sonny, just like you actually sat up on The View and dimed out your husband about insurance fraud, it slipped out. What was that? And she doesn't want anyone else. She doesn't like discussing anyone else's marriage because she didn't want them to do that to her. She said this, and then she said the whole thing about Melania that hates him and doesn't sleep in the same bed and all these other things. Doesn't it feel good, folks? Doesn't it feel good to see them all fall down, to see them crash completely out? Ooh. And before we go, guys, I get hit with demonetization. Oftentimes, a lot of times, if you play the views clips, you're going to get demonetized. Like, I guess they feel as though they're special. But this is my merch shop, realmelanieking.com. If you guys can go there and support me because I still want to bring you coverage. I still want to bring you news, regardless if I'm demonetized or not. But if you want to help support the show, you can go there and check out the merch. I have some really cool things over there between mugs and shirts that come from men, come for women. This is my #1 bestseller right here. In fact, let me get a better view for you guys. My #1 bestseller. This is a redacted government document. I always want to say contract. And it says, everything is fine. Trust the government. That comes in black, white. Also have it as a mug. But we have a ton of things over there that you guys are loving. So if you want to support the show, I appreciate if you guys go to realmelanieking.com, get your merch. We even have some inauguration things. I don't know if it's, there it is. There's some inauguration things you can get as keepsakes. We have the shirts, and then, this one you're going to love. Look at this. This is the sweatshirt version, but I have it in a t-shirt for men, women, hoodies, everything. All they do is tell lies. And I have the media, most effective devil in America. So more to come, lots of cute stuff that you're going to want to check out. realmelanieking.com, and I will see you on the next one.